That's my mum, by the way, if anyone's thinking what's going on. So she's joining us for practice tonight. So as promised, I'm doing a mix of yoga and Pilates. So we're going to do a fusion tonight of the two. So we're going to start just laying down like my lovely assistant is doing now. So you can lay on your backs. If anyone's got music that they want to use as well, use those playlists that I sent you, or just use your own music, okay? So we're just going to start by coming into our breath and allowing ourselves to settle down and to relax. And tune into the sounds that enter your awareness as well. Let them pass like clouds in the sky. Sounds from near and sounds from far, just coming and going. The closest sound to you wants to be the sound of your own breath. And now let go of labeling any sounds. So for example, if you can hear a car or a bird or a voice, as soon as we start to label, we tend to kind of get involved in stories which can activate the right side of our brain. Whereas we want to kind of activate into the left side a little bit more. Turn that one on. And all you need to do is just be present to sound. And you may notice that any other brain activities move into the forefront of your mind. That's okay, just acknowledge them, but just allow them to drift away. Using your breath as your anchor. And now setting an intention for our practice this evening. So what you truly desire right here, right now. And then doing your best not to really think of anything, just allow something to come to you naturally. And going back to our practice on Monday, I spoke about just tapping into your true worth and knowing your own true worth. What are you worthy of right now? Remembering that it's okay to be afraid, it's all part of the process. And as soon as you're ready, just start taking any movement that feels good. So maybe roll the ankles, roll the wrists, staying on your back. And then we're all going to draw both knees in towards the body. So just hug the knees in. I'm going to face maybe this way, so you don't have two bums facing you. Rock from side to side. And we're going to hold on to our left leg, and we're going to extend the right leg away. Just giving it a nice gentle squeeze without squeezing onto the shoulders or causing any tension. And inhale, bring the right knee up. As you exhale, hug it in and extend the left leg away. Two more breaths. Okay, let's just bring both knees back in once again and rock from side to side. So from here, what you're going to do is you're going to set both soles of the feet onto the floor, about hips width apart. And you're going to bring both hands onto the tops of the hips. So if you can imagine you've got a marble from your belly button, and you're just going to tilt the marble down towards the pubic bone, and you're going to tilt it all the way back. So staying on your backs, just rocking forward and back through the pelvis. Just rocking like that. And then once you find a point which is in between the two, that's going to be our neutral pelvis. And a place where the top of your lower belly, so your pelvis, can be really flat. So if you imagine you had a bowl of water on the top of your the lower belly, that water level would be flat. And let's bring the arms down by our sides. Breathing in as we lift the arms up, maybe just to shoulder height to start. Breathe out, bring them all the way back down. Breathe in and lift them up. Breathe out, bring them back down. And keep working through this at your own pace. And if anyone wants to take their arms a little bit further, maybe take the arms all the way behind you, but be mindful not to puff up the chest. So keep the ribs drawn down towards the hips and connect that breath with the movement. And we're going to do 3 more. So inhale as you reach the arms. Exhale, bring them down. And 1 more. 2 more. Me and counting. And last one. Lovely. And now just bring the arms. I'm going to face this way so you can see me side on. So I'm going to share the mat with my mum. We reach the arms just up in line with the shoulders. I'm just going to do a little bit of scapular movement. So we're going to take a deep breath in as we reach both arms up. Shoulder blades are opening, and as you breathe out, sink the shoulder blades back down into the earth. Keep your neutral pelvis through your spine. Breathe in and lift up. Breathe out. This is quite cool because I can see just hands at the top of my screen. It's like you're waving. And let's do a few more. And maybe see if you can take alternate arms. So lifting one arm at a time. So this exercise is really good. Anyone who sits at a desk or is sitting down doing work, anything like that, driving. A lot of us probably won't be driving that much at the moment, but are really good for the top of the spine, just to open out through the shoulder blades. Good for any shoulder niggles as well. Let's do 1 more breath of movement. And release the arms down. And just give the head a rock from side to side. Now from here, we're going to bring the arms back up to where they were, and we're going to invite the legs to lift as well. So we're going to bring the legs to tabletop. So if you can, have the shins as parallel to the floor as possible. It's up to you whether you want to point or flex the feet here, doesn't matter. So keeping the legs how they are, just going to inhale, reach the arms all the way back. Exhale, bring them back to shoulder height. Scooping the belly in. Now if you want, just keep moving through that. If you've got a block or anything to hold, you may want to give a go. Give a go at squeezing the block as you take the arms back, or a book, or even a bottle. Anything. A glove? No, don't do a glass. Too dangerous. And really squeeze, but if not, just keep the hands shoulder width apart. And then if you're feeling up to it, maybe extend one leg away and then bring back. So you're alternating one leg away with both arms going back. checking in with that intention that we set, anchoring ourselves in the present, and see if you can take both legs away and both arms. Just see how that feels. If it feels too much, then obviously don't worry about it. Make sure you're keeping the pelvis tucked and the neck and the shoulders are really nice and soft. Let's do 2 more breaths. Last one, breathe in, reach it away, and breathe out. Release your block or anything that you've got and just hug the knees in and rock from side to side. Lovely. Right, Mum?
That hurts.
Oh, I know. That should be a good hurt. Yeah? All right, let's do some single leg circles now. So we're going to start with the right leg. So we're going to set the left foot on the floor, hands down by sides, and we're going to extend the right leg up. So we're going to point the toe. It's up to you. You can, if you want, you can straighten this left leg and imagine you're pushing the left foot against a wall. So it's up to you, whatever feels best. But this leg wants to be nice and straight. So we're going to take a breath in as we cross the leg across the body or across the leg. And breathe out, take a tiny circle, keep the hips stable. Nice and slowly, breathe in, take it across. Breathe out, take it round. Breathe in, take it across. Breathe out, take it around. Now, if you've got room, or someone next to you who it doesn't matter if you kick them in the leg, you can see if you can take it a little bit wider. But what we want to be mindful of is momentum. So we don't want momentum to swing the leg around. We want to keep as much control as possible. And let's do one more this direction. And then we're going to go the other way. So inhale, take it out. Exhale, swing it around. Keep the hips still. So if you need to bring the hands onto the hips to feel them, you can do. Let's do 5 more with that leg. Lots of circling ankles, tops of my screen. I love it. This is cool being able to see you this time. What are we on? 3? 2 more. Keep the hips nice and still. Last one, and draw that right knee in and just give it a hug. Rock from side to side. Lovely, we're going to swap sides now. So have the right foot on the floor or right leg straight. Extend the left leg up. Hands onto the hips if you need to. Point the toe or flex. Breathe in, cross the leg. Breathe out, take it around. Breathe in and out, take it around. Inhale and exhale. Now you might find that on one side, one leg feels easier than the other. That's always normal. We've got one dominant side. It's like when you're writing, if you're not ambidextrous, it's easier to write with one side or with one hand. Maybe see if you can take it a little bit wider without using momentum. If that right leg is straight, the foot is flexed. We've got one more in this direction, and then we're going to do 8 the other way. Six more. Sorry, 5, got right in the way of your foot then. 4, keep that right leg straight and right leg still, sorry. 3, 2, and 1. Okay, hug the left knee in. Extend the right leg away if you need to. And take a little rock from side to side. Lovely. All right, we are going to do the 100. Yay! Because we love the 100. If you've done it before, you'll love it. So, main thing, you can start with the soles of the feet on the floor like my lovely assistant, or you can come to tabletop, bending the knees, or you can extend the legs straight, whatever feels best for you. And we're going to pump the arms 100 times from the shoulders, but what we want is the action to come from the shoulders. So we're going to breathe in for 5 as we're pumping, and we're going to breathe out for 5. So I'm going to do this with you. So I'm going to start with legs at tabletop. We're going to scoot the arms down by our sides and lift the hands up, and then scoop up the heart and draw tummy button to spine and keep the neck and shoulders soft. Here we go. Breathe in for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and out. 2, 3, 4, 5. In, 2, 3, 4, 5, and out. Keep breathing. In, 2, 3, 4, 5, and out. Move from the shoulders. In, 2, 3, 4, 5, and pump those arms. In, 2, 3, 4, 5, and out. 2, 3, 4, 5. We are halfway. 2, 3, 4, 5, and out. In, 2, 3, 4, 5, and out. In, 2, 3, 4, 5, and out. In, 2, 3, 4, 5, and out. 10 more. Breathe in, 2, 3, 4, 5, and out. 2, 3, 4, 5. Hug the knees in. Release the neck. Release the head and rock from side to side. Lovely. Okay, roll yourself onto one side, left or right, doesn't matter. And then bring yourselves up onto your bottoms and have the feet out in front of you. Cool. And just give the ankles a roll. Lovely. So from here, we're going to bring the soles of the feet together. And we want to keep the spine lifted upright, and the hands are going to rest wherever feel good. So you can keep the hands on the ankles, or you can bring them to the knees. We're just going to take some seated cat-cow. So as we breathe in, we're going to lift the heart, gaze all the way up, shoulder blades are sliding down the back. Breathe out, round through the back, tuck the chin, draw your tummy button in towards the spine. Breathe in, lift, open the heart, gaze up. Breathe out, round through the back. Breathe in and lift. Breathe out. Let's do 2 more. Inhale and lift. Exhale, round. Last one, deep breath in. And release back. Okay. Let's bring the feet out in front of us, about hips width, sorry, not hips width, mat width, or a little bit wider. If you need to lift the flesh from underneath the sit bones, you can. So we're going to do our SARS now. So we're going to start, I'm going to get you to just shift back a little bit, please. Yeah, because otherwise I will hit you, and I don't want that. So starting with the arms out to the sides, we're going to take a twist over our left leg. And the left hand is going to flip around. We're going to take a deep breath in to lift. And as you breathe, we're going to take 2 pulses, looking down that left arm. Inhale, come to center. Exhale, keep the heart lifting up. 2 pulses to the right. Inhale, come to center. Exhale, 2 pulses to the left. Inhale. Exhale. Check in with your intention. Using that breath at all times. Getting the mobility through the spine. Breathe in and out. We've got 1 more round to the left and right. And release the hands down. Okay, let's come on to hands and knees. Take your time and just rock from side to side. If anyone feels that they need to give the shoulders a roll, at any point you can, just come back into kneeling or wherever feels good and give the shoulders a roll, because what we've done already has done a lot of shoulder work. Lovely. So from here, we're going to take bird dog, which is what, I do love this one because it looks really easy, but when you're doing it, it's like, oh, this is really hard, but it's really good. So first of all, we're going to extend the right leg back. And we're going to lift the right foot off the floor, but be mindful not to arch through the back. So rotate the outer right leg downwards and suck the belly button through to the spine. Keep the back of the neck really long and then reach the left arm forward. We're going to take 3 breaths. So breathe in and out. Hug your tummy in. Here's 2. Breathe in. Squeeze the right butt cheek. Breathe out. Rounding through the lower back. So tuck the bottom in. 1 more. And out. And bring the left hand down. Right knee down. Extend the left leg away. Lift the left foot up. Lengthen the back of the neck. Right arm reaches. 3 breaths. Pushing through the fingers on the top of that right foot. Here's 2. Hugging your tummy button in. And 3. And release. And take a child's pose. So open the knees maybe to mat's width. Bottom comes back to the heels and release down. Rock from side to side. Now, if you're lucky enough to have someone who might be willing to share a little back massage here, if you are with anyone else, you can just place a little bit, so your hands onto the lower back, either side of the spine, and just massage side to side in child's pose. It's completely optional.
Very nice.
It is nice. All right, let's come back onto hands and knees. Let's tuck the toes, and we're going to take ourselves back into either an upside down V or a downward facing dog, whatever terminology you want. So lifting yourself up. Don't worry too much. If you want to be more Pilates today, don't worry too much about bringing your tummy button back towards your thighs. We're getting that nice V shape instead of really pushing and lengthening all the way. We're getting it that nice pyramid. But do make sure that you're softening the knees and you're trying to draw the heels downwards onto the mat, but bending the knees and tilting the hips upwards. Relax the shoulders and take 3 more breaths. Here's 2. And 3. Slowly walking the hands back towards your feet. Bend the knees. And we're going to roll up through the body, vertebra by vertebra. Just keeping tummy button to spine. Head's the last thing to come up, and then the arms follow shortly after. Take a breath in. Hands through to prayer, into your heart space. And let me just tilt this up, because we're looking headless right now. Cool. So Pilates roll downs, another really, really good one for mobility. So I'm just going to step forward so I don't hit you again. So I'm going to start with the feet about shoulder width apart. Now shoulder width or hip width can be 1 foot's length or 2 fists, more or less. Keeping the knees soft, we're going to tuck the tailbone in. I'm going to face this way. And we're going to reach the arms all the way up. Take a breath in. And as you breathe out, bring the arms down, tuck the chin, and we're going to roll down vertebra by vertebra, bending at the knees, but tipping from the hips, all the way down, bending your knees, and then you're going to roll all the way back up, nice and slow. The slower you go, the better it is for you, and the more control you will have. So we've got 5 of these, so 4 more. And feel free, when you get to the bottom of your roll down, feel free to hold it If you want to just hang out in ragdoll, if it feels good. And we're approaching our last one, but there's no rush. If you're already there, if you've done your last one, you can stay there, take a mountain pose, just check in with your intention, or you can do an extra one. Okay, so meeting in our mountain pose. We're going to have the feet either apart or together, whatevs. Whatever you want to do, it's fine. And release the hands down by our sides. Tuck tail in again. Scoop tummy button towards the spine and out towards the ribs. Roll the shoulders up, back and down. So we're lifting up through the heart space, sliding shoulder blades down the back. Palms face forward. Feeling the strength of your stance, the stillness of the earth. And just taking this moment to breathe and have gratitude for this moment. Gratitude for your worth. Okay, blinking the eyes open. We're going to step the right foot forward and we're going to step the left foot back and we're going to come into a crescent moon lunge. So back heel is going to be off the floor and the hips are going to be square to the front. Spread the toes of the front foot if you can. Back leg is as straight as it can be without opening the hips out. So if you find that you straighten the leg and the hips open, bend the knee so we can tuck the tailbone in. Reach the arms all the way up. Drop the shoulders. So we're going to do a little sequence here where we're going to get just some length through both legs. So we're going to breathe in, both legs straighten. Breathe out, reach forward, flat back of the neck long. Push through the earth, breathe in, lift the body up. Breathe out, bend into crescent moon lunge. Breathe in, lift. Breathe out, fold forwards. Breathe in, lift. Breathe out, come down. Now, if anyone's finding this, we've got 3 more. If your arms are getting sore, if you get a little bit dizzy, take a moment to rest and definitely bring the hands down. We've got 2 more. Last one, breathe in. And out. And in. And out. Sinking into that front leg still. Reach the arms out to the sides and we're going to flatten the back foot behind us, come into a warrior 2. So you might need to toe heel the feet a little bit, just so the front heel can more or less line up with the inner arch of the back foot. Sink the shoulders down, broaden the collarbones, and bend into that front knee. Make sure you can see the big toes beyond that front knee, or the big toe. You've got 1 big toe. 2 more breaths. Draw that front knee towards the baby toes. Okay, inhale, lift the arms all the way up. And as we breathe out, we're going to step towards the top of our mats. Reach the arms all the way up, take a breath in. And as we breathe out, take that roll down that we did before. Releasing into a forward fold. Come up halfway with a breath in. So deep breath in, bring your body to tabletop. Breathe out, take both feet back to a plank. Option, pop the knees down. Softening the elbows, take a breath in, tummy button nice and tight. Breathe out, lower the body onto the floor. Point the toes, tailbone downwards, take an up dog or a cobra. Breathe in. Breathe out, take a child's pose or downward facing dog, whatever you're feeling more up to. If you're in child's pose and you are able to give or receive for a back massage, you can do. I'm not asking you, Mum, don't worry. Okay, and when you're ready, we're going to meet back in downward facing dog or your inverted V. And we're going to walk the hands and feet together, wherever on your mat, doesn't matter. And then roll up through the body, coming all the way up. Reaching the arms up. I'll reach my arms forward so you can take them back. Hands through to prayer, to your heart space. Lovely. Okay, left foot forward this time. Back into present moon lunge. So back heel is off the floor, hips are nice and square. You're wrapping this right hip forward and the left hip back. Okay, so reach the arms all the way up. Find that length out the sides of your waist as well. So imagine someone is literally lifting you from the sides and drawing the hips forward. Drop the shoulders. Energy through the hands. Okay, let's breathe in, straighten the legs. Breathe out, tip forward, left hip back, right hip forward. Breathe in, come up, split the floor with the feet. Breathe out, back to crescent moon lunge. 4 more, inhale. Keep the arms as stood as you can. So try and keep those arms either side of the ears. 3 more. And whilst you're moving, feel the stillness of the earth beneath you. Just reminding yourself that whilst everything moves, the earth beneath our feet remains strong. We always have the opportunity to ground ourselves back, just back down to earth. Lovely, there's our last one. Sinking down, holding our crescent moon lunge, open the arms out wide, flatten the back foot on the floor. Toe heel that front foot if you need to, so it's in line with the inner arch of the back foot. Make sure you can see the big toe beyond your front knee. Reach the arms up, drop the shoulders. Gaze down that middle finger of the front hand. Tummy button draws back, and bottom tucks all the way down. Shoulders soften if they're lifted. Breathe. Let's take one more breath. Inhale, lift all the way up with the arms and straighten the legs. Exhale, we're going to step towards our the tops of the mat again. Feet together. Take a breath in, reach all the way up. Breathe out, fold forward, tip from the hips. Take a moment in forward fold if you want to, maybe in ragdoll. And take a halfway lift, breathe in. Breathe out, take both feet back to a plank. Option jump or step. Knees down if you need to. Take a breath in, soft elbows. Breathe out, Chaturanga Dandasana. Scoop your heart forward and up. Up dog or cobra, breathe in. Breathe out, down dog or child's pose. We're going to take 5 breaths here. Here's 2. 3. 4. and 5. Come down onto hands and knees, or come up onto hands and knees if you're in child's. So if you need to take any rests at any point, especially if you have just done a down dog, just come into child's pose at any point. Let's take some donkey kicks. So we're going to do this with we're going to start with our right leg. So extend the right leg up and we're going to try and bring the heel towards our bottom. But what we want to avoid, and I am going to over exaggerate now, what we want to avoid is this, like collapsing through the spine. So tuck the bottom in and puff up through the top of the back. We're going to squeeze that right butt cheek and we're going to pulse it for 10, keep breathing, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and release down. Give the wrists a roll if you need to. And then come onto your left leg this time. So extend the left leg away, hug the heel towards the bottom, drop this left hip down, 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 down. Yeah, there you go. Pulse for 10, 9, squeeze the left butt cheek, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and settle it down. Take a child's pose if you need to, and give the wrists a roll. I like this, having someone to demonstrate, so I don't have to do it. I'm tired. This is great. I'll pay you later. Okay, we're going to do that again, but we're going to do it slightly differently. So we're going to take, it's kind of like a tiger curl. So, yeah, I know, sorry.
You have to demonstrate.
But I can demonstrate that this is fine. So I'm going to come sideways actually, just so, can I get you to just walk back a bit? So I'm going to start with our right leg. I'll use my left leg just so you can see it. But we're going to take 2 pulses with the right leg. Take a breath in, breathe out, squeeze the right knee towards your nose. Breathe in, pulse twice. Breathe out, squeeze towards your nose. We've got 6 more of these, so 8 in total. Breathe in, 2 pulses back, breathe out, squeeze. Here's 5, breathe in, squeeze and pulse, breathe out. Here's 4, 3, 2, last 1. And set it down, take child's pose or down dog. If anyone's feeling a vinyasa in between sides, be my guest. If anyone's wondering what I'm talking about, if you're more Pilates based, you can come with me and give it a go. So coming into down dog, breathing into a plank, option knees down, breathe out, lower the body, hug the elbows into the sides, take an up dog or a cobra, breathe in, and breathe out, downward facing dog. Okay, let's come back onto hands and knees. Extending the left leg away. Lifting it up, squeezing heel to bottom. Take 2 pulses on a breath in. And breathe out, squeeze. We've got 8. Here's 7. Breathe in, squeeze and pulse. Breathe out. 6. 5. 4. 3. 2. And last 1. And release down, take a child's pose once again, or come with me for a vinyasa. So tuck the toes, downward facing dog. Nice and soft with the shoulders and the neck. Breathing in, coming through to a plank. Option knees down, breathe out, Chaturanga Dandasana, up dog or cobra, inhale. Exhale, downward facing dog. Lovely. All right, we're going to come onto our tummies now. Yay. All the way down. So just make sure, yeah, you guys can see me. I can't see myself because of the table. So we're going to do around the world. So just some little, some work to open out through the sides of the body. So if you've got a cushion or anything, have that close to you in case you want to use it to support your head. So we're going to come onto our left first. So we're going to scoop the left arm underneath the body and roll onto our left hand side. From here, we're going to bend both knees and have, so both legs at a 90-degree angle, so the knees are stacked on top of each other and in line with the hips. This left arm now is going to, well, let's first just lengthen through the left side of the waist. So just lift yourself up a bit and get as long as you can through that left side. And then you're going to bring the left arm out in front of you so it's shoulder height. This is where, if you've got a block or if you've got a cushion, pop it underneath your head to stop your neck from craning left ways. So you're going to breathe in, open the right arm all the way out to the sides and all the way behind you, all the way back. And breathe out, scoop it all the way down and around. So you're taking it around the world. So inhale, you open it all the way up and back. Exhale, bring it back down. As slowly as you can. And when you do reach the arm back, push your right knee forward. So keep this knee here and really open and just see how that feels for the body. You can even hold it whilst you're out and just really enjoy the stretch. So this is not only opening through the heart, we're going through to the obliques, which are the muscles down the sides of the waist, which come inwards. And we're also getting some length down that right side of the leg as well, so that right hip. It should feel really good. It is a nice one. Let's do 3 more. Lovely. Last 2. And for the last one, take this as slowly as possible. Really enjoy the stretch. And bring it down. Lovely. Okay, staying there with how the body is, we're going to take plan. So you're going to bring the knees a little bit closer up towards your tummy. So you're more coming into almost like a, actually no, I'm lying. We're going to take them the other way. So take the knees away from you, but the legs are bent. Sorry, my bad. This is where, if you want, you can use your arm straightways underneath the head, or you can have the arm out in front of you, whatever feels best. So bending the knees, ankles stacked on top of each other. We're going to squeeze the heels together in Pilates stance. Keep drawing tummy button to spine, and you're just going to lift the right knee off of the left, like you're opening a can. Squeeze the right butt cheek and bring it back down. So keep the heels on the floor. You're just lifting this right knee up. So bend the knees a little bit more. Yeah, there you go. And the right hand, you can bring your right hand down in front of your chest if you want to give yourself some more stability, and see how far you can open those knees without rocking through the waist. Inhaling to open and exhaling to close. I'm going to face you guys as well so you can see me. And now what we're going to do for this next one, we're going to keep the knees together, feet flexed, and we're going to lift the right ankle off the left. So the knees come together and you're just lifting the right ankle up, and then you're bringing it down. Keep the knees squeezing, that's really important here. So we're getting into the exterior rotation of the hips. This one, you'll more than likely feel it tomorrow if it's a new one for you, as long as you're squeezing the knees. But it will be a good feel. Let's do one more. Let's do 2 more. Make it even. Lovely. And we're going to incorporate those 2 that we did at the start. Or the one that we did at the start, sorry. So we're going to lift the right knee off the left, open the knees out, keep the heels squeezing together. So we're creating a diamond shape between the thighs. And then we're going to lift the feet off the floor, but the left thigh stays down, and then bring it back down. So we're doing flying clamps all the way down. So open the knees, lift the feet, breathe out. Breathe in a lift, squeeze the bottom, breathe out. Make sure the hips are staying upright so you're not rocking back, like I often find that I do. We've got 3 more. Make sure you're squeezing the heels, squeezing the bottom. Here's 2. And 1. And come onto your tummy and give those legs a little shake out. Maybe rock from side to side. If you feel that you might want to take a further stretch for the lower back, come back into child's pose and rock from side to side. And when you're ready, we're going to do all of that again, but on our right hand side. So coming down, legs are bending at 90 degrees, and you're going to scoop up just so you can lengthen the right side of the waist. Right arm's going to come out underneath the body. Use support underneath your head if you need to. Keeping the left knee stacked on top of the right, so that's important. When you open the body out, it's going to be tempting to take this hip back, but keep it pushing forward. Breathe in, opening arm all the way out. Breathe out, scoop it all the way down. If you want, take it all the way up and around, if that feels okay. It's up to you. Keep the tummy button drawing in. Inhaling to open. Exhaling to draw back around. Inhale to open. Exhale, bring back around. Lovely. Keep pushing the left knee forward. Nice. Lovely. Let's do 3 more. And last one, really enjoy the stretch, big stretch. And release down. Lovely, okay. Either keep the legs how they are or extend them a little bit further away. So you can, if you bend your knees a little bit more, tiny bit more. Yeah, okay, cool. So keeping the heels together and the knees still on the floor, you're going to squeeze the heels and lift the left knee away from the right, so create a nice diamond shape, and then bring it back down. Breathe in to open. Breathe out to close. Lovely. Keeping the hips still, tummy button drawn to spine. And relax the shoulders as well. If anyone feels that they're tensing, which I can see you were a little bit, tiny bit, just let it go. You don't see clams with sore shoulders from tensing, do you? So, nice. Let's do 3 more. And let's do our inverted clam. So squeezing the knees together, feet flexed, lift the left heel away and bring it back down. Breathe in, lift the left foot, breathe out. Breathe in, we've got 5 more. And out. Breathe in for 4. And out. In 3. 2. And 1. And let's take our flying clam. So squeezing the heels together, lift the left knee up, lift both feet up, but pushing the right thigh down and come back down. Breathe in, lift and squeeze. Breathe out.
Breathe in, lift and squeeze. And out. We've got 5 more. Breathe in. And out. 4. 3. 2. And last 1. Okay, let's come on to our tummies. So just roll over and take a rock from side to side. Lovely. When you're ready, we're going to come back up onto our hands and knees. So if you can, either just roll yourself onto one side or push yourself up with a flat back, as flat as can be. And then take a child's pose, but keep the toes tucked. So the heels are lifted, and you should get a deep stretch down the soles of the feet. And push away through the fingers. And see if you can take the weight into the big toes and then out to the baby toes. So just rocking through all 10 toes. Maybe taking a virtual rock from side to side through the body. Coming back onto hands and knees, let's take pigeon pose. So anyone who usually does pigeon on their back, please head onto your back and do this now. And tucking the toes. We're going to start with, we're starting with our left leg, apparently. So we're going to bring our left knee up behind our left wrist. We're going to open the left foot out underneath the body so it's in line with the right foot. And we're going to walk the right leg back. So any knee niggles, if this feels too much, come straight onto your back and take pigeon pose on your back instead. So I'll just show you, just in case. Left heel on top of the right knee or the thigh. You can stay here or lift up, draw the knee in towards the body. Option straighten the leg if it feels okay on the knee. Wherever you are, just make sure you're relaxed. Let something go on every exhale. A helicopter just flew overhead. Interesting.
Double boots.
All right, we're going to swap sides. So if you're on your back, just swap the legs over. If you're forward, feel free to take a vinyasa between sides with me if you want to. So back to a down dog. Breathing into through to a plank. Breathe out, lower down. Take a breath in for an up dog. And down dog. Breathe out. Let's go back with our right leg. So right knee up behind the right wrist. Sink the left knee onto the floor. The foot is open underneath the body. Remember that support if you need it. So you can use a block or a cushion underneath your right hip here. As long as you're comfortable. 5 breaths. Starting to come out of the posture. Either if you're on your back, you can stay on your back because we're all going to meet you there anyway. Or come straight onto your back. Or come with me for one final vinyasa of the evening. Take a breath in through to a plank. Option, knees down. Breathe out, lower the body. Take an up dog or a cobra. Inhale, shoulders down.
Exhale, take child's pose, or downward facing dog. Rocking from side to side. And then we're going to make our way onto our backs. Alternatively, you can take your final relaxation just easy seated as well, if that feels better for you. And just start coming back into your breath, releasing yourself down onto your mats. As always, if there's any other posture that you would like to take before coming all the way down, then please do. And if anyone's got any aromatherapy or essential oils, make use of those. I'm not there to provide them for you. Just going to bring you closer, just so you can get the sound healing. Do you want a blanket?
No, I'm fine, thank you.
So we are approaching 8 o'clock. So if anyone does have anywhere to be, feel free to just head off. And we're going to take us through a little sound meditation. Listening to your breath and noticing that it almost replicates the sound of the ocean. As your breath comes in, the waves draw up onto the shore. And as you breathe out, you send those waves back into the ocean, sending them free, along with any other concerns that you may have. And as you're visualizing these waves, visualize the warm sand beneath your feet. Clear blue sky that surrounds you. Sounds of nature, birds, gentle breeze.
back to your breath. The ocean draws up towards the shore, and you send it back out. Expanding your awareness and bringing it back to your breath, back into the physical body, and take any movement that feels good. Slowly roll yourself onto one side. Take your time, there's no rush. And as soon as you hear the bell, bring yourself up to a seated position. So allow yourself maybe to give your shoulders a nice little roll. The head rock from side to side. And then reach the arms up, take a deep breath in, all the way up. Shoulders down, hands-free prayer to your heart space. Taking a moment to reconnect with your breath. Thank yourself for your practice. From my heart to your heart, may you be safe, may you be happy, may you be peaceful. Namaste.